Okay, I'm back with the crystal clusters, and I had a little notification come up on my iPad, and somehow I ended up stopping the video. So here's part 2, because I really did not want to leave it at that point. There was more to say. And the irony of getting cut off right where I was talking about how we feel cut off is not lost on me. So, in case you're coming to this video without seeing part 1, I invite you to check into part 1. I will introduce myself again. I am Smadar. I am a crystal whisperer, which means I listen to the crystals. I hear them. They talk to me, and I talk to them. And we're talking to some beautiful crystal clusters here. Haven't even started talking about them because I was sharing the story of the stone soup, and I was sharing about how we come together as humans in so many different ways for each other, but yet we still feel so alone. And a holiday is coming up, a big holiday. And again, how crazy it is that at the holidays we're so together. We come together, and again we can feel so alone. It could be one of those times where we feel the most alone, whether it's because we have family drama and trauma, or because we don't have family. And we forget how connected we are and how the universe is looking out for us, how it's got our back, and how we have so many visible and invisible sources of support around us. The crystals know this, and I was telling the story about the forest and the butterfly, and the forest knows this, the trees know this. It's really lovely if you observe the trees, how they cluster together. They reach out to each other, almost like as if they were taking each other's hands, and across species. I have this bush in front of my house. I have a picture, I'll try and post it, because it's really incredible. This bush just wraps itself around the tree. It's almost like it's giving the tree a hug. And the pine tree reaches out to the birch tree in front of my house, and they're holding hands. And all of them have surrounded the house and come together to envelop me in this beautiful energy of the green people. And as a sensitive soul, sensitive to EMFs and chemicals and all kinds of stuff. And I imagine a lot of people who are here, people who are friends of the crystals, are also sensitive souls and empaths. And we're so in tune to the universe, and we're so sensitive to the energies, and we can pick up on them, and that sometimes depletes us because we forget that we have so much love and support around us. And that's why I gathered these crystal clusters together, to remind us, to show us that we're all in these clusters that we don't realize we're in. And we can do it consciously. We can create a cluster consciously. And that's what I am inviting people in to do with the stone soup, the crystal elixir that is coming together at the beginning of next month, at the time of our next our crystal live meditation, which you're all invited to. If you're part of the crystal community, you will receive the link to join. And then on that day, I thought it would be a good day to co-create the star song, the stone soup, because we all will have the opportunity of being in person if we so choose. And it's more powerful when you show up in person. It doesn't mean you won't receive the benefits and effects of the crystal energy and the stone soup if you're not able to make it in person. That's not the case at all, but there is something about being present at a birth that is very special. So these crystals have come to remind us, and I invite you to tap into their energy, and I invite you to reach out for a crystal cluster of your own. And it doesn't have to be one with so many crystals clustered together. It could be a twin. Or it could be a single crystal, because at some level, all the crystals are connected, just like all the trees are connected, just like all the humans are connected, and just like we are all together connected. All the different beings of this world are connected. And so just tap in, just sit in stillness for a moment and remember your part in all this. I know it's easy to forget. I know that, the way our societies are set up, it is not conducive to feeling a part of something bigger. And that's why we can choose to come together with people of like minds and like hearts and create our little clusters to remind us to tap into that energy of belonging. And to create amazing things like the caterpillar does with its imaginal cells who cluster together to bring into, I can't help that phone ringing, that's just going to be part of our video because I forgot to unplug the phone, but that's okay. I feel like, it's just one of those interruptions that we've had today that reminds us that we're connected, and there's the phone saying there's somebody out there reaching out. The reminders are there. When we start to tap in, the reminders are always there. And so let's do that. Let's do the thing that the caterpillar does with its imaginal cells clustering together to create something that is so beyond what is currently in presence. That little worm that's crawling around eating leaves becomes this completely different being. And everything to create that being was in that caterpillar. It was there. And the caterpillar couldn't see it, and it resisted and it fought the imaginal cells. But in the end, the imaginal cells came together, and that vision, that blueprint of the butterfly came into presence, was birthed. And that's every single one of us can do that. We all have that in us. I'm hoping that you'll join me for the stone soup. And I'm hoping, if you're not already part of the community, that you'll join us in our community. And I'm sending you lots and lots and lots of love. And I'm sending you off with the reminder that you are part of something huge. And remember that. Many blessings.